Spotty showers could develop, but generally kind of a hot afternoon. Day forecast, there was a rain chance you can see running 30%, a little bit lower.
Manihap, dinner tayo ng paklay at limasa with kinamay.
Sports analyst joins us from Bucks training camp, where Tom Brady spoke with the media today.
He's going to tell us what he thinks about his new teammates and why he needs to have a real football practice as soon as possible.
Today we're facing a serious threat. We have to meet it as one country. Numbers don't lie. Infection rates are now going up in more states than they're going down. We gotta fight this together. Wear a mask. Keep your distance.
Kain tayo, parang panghaponan.
It may be inconvenient.
Filipino style.
But it's the right thing to do in America.
Ito ang simpleng hapunan ko. Ang dami kong alimasag at saka pasayan. At ang rice ko, ito ang rice ko na leftover ko kagabi. Kaninang umaga.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. What's your injury case really want?
At ito ang pinapaitan ko. Sa Bisaya ay paklay.
This is so not happening. I'm home.
To the rescue. With more than 60 rescuers covering the Bay Area, you can count on fast 24-hour emergency service.
Ano pa natin sa microwave? Ilagay pa sa microwave kasi ang galing pa sa refrigerator.
Is guaranteed or the service is free.
Today we're helping those viewers who may be suffering with a serious medical condition.
At saka,
Conditions are often caused by a
ano bang
progressive
tawag yun?
underlying vein disease.
Yung hipo na may limonsito.
Here to tell us more is Dr. Paul Wasney, the founder of United Vein Centers. All right, Doctor, what are the long-term impacts of vein disease?
If vein disease is left alone, the blood pooling in your legs will lead to a blood clot, which could be deadly. In addition to that, the blood sitting in these vessels can cause pressure on the surface, the skin, and lead to ulcers in your legs.
Well, there are many options for vein disease treatment. Why should our viewers call United Vein Centers today?
The doctors at United Vein Center
Ano ko pa sa stove ang alimasag ko kasi
And is vein disease
galing pa sa refrigerator. So,
Yes.
sabi ng asawa ko, pag kumain ka ng alimasag mo, heat up in like few minutes. So,
thank you very much. Operators,
inano ko sa sa stove.
schedule your free vein screening. Give them a call at 1-800-NEW-LEGS. That's 1-800-NEW-LEGS. You can also schedule online at United
At
Vein
ang adobo. Ito pa ang adobo ko. Paano natin ito makita ang ano ko?
Since way back in March when the Bucks signed him, and that was a conference call, if you could recall. It was not long, just over 10 minutes.
Ano ba ito?
Very insightful.
Ma?
His first training camp
Yung
for the New England Patriots. He said he
laptop
poured a
ko.
lot of energy into the Bucks playbook, and that he made the most out of his summer workouts with teammates at Berkeley Prep in Tampa. But nothing prepares you for a football game or a season like practicing real football. So he's anxious to put on the pads and work in actual game situations.
I think all of us being on the same page, which is something we're really working hard at. Try to get on the same page after not having many opportunities. We haven't had full speed practice at all. So I'm anxious to get that started so I can start learning in a more tunable way. So it certainly is, like I said, has its challenges.
You may have noticed Brady is always talking to his teammates, getting everyone in sync. Well, it turns out that
Paano ba to?
receiver Mike Evans and Chris Godwin
Makita ang mga
same way. So this connection with Brady is already a hint and it's carried over to the other
Una.
players on the Bucks offense.
Football matters to Mike.
At init na, init. Mainit na ang ano ko, pinapaitan. Paklay sa Cebu.
Great players with great leaders. Cam and OJ, who have been here, have been, really great along with the other tight ends in the group. Dare, Rojo, I met Shady the other day. If you're on the backfield, so,
Rice.
it's a good, hard-working group. Really strong players.
Already knows all their nicknames.
Yeah, smart players. Yeah, exactly. So, hey,
Pinapainit ko pa yung alimasag
he
ko.
wants to get to some real football. I think we all want that, guys.
Thank you, Dan.
Well, finally tonight, a newly retired teacher is not letting the pandemic stop her from opening her new business in downtown Tampa.
Jennifer Hill will run the new Peter Brook Chocolatier shop with her two daughters. The site is currently under construction, but when they open, they will sell handmade chocolates and other treats, including gelato. Family-run business will even offer classes and summer camps for children.
Who doesn't like chocolate?
Well, that's good.
All of our former students will want to stop by, I'm sure. Well, don't go anywhere. Nightly news coming up next, followed by News Channel 8 at 7.
And we'll see you back here tonight for News Channel 8 at 11. Good night.
News Channel 8 Sports is brought to you by your local Honda dealer. Qualifier. All day, all night, all for one goal. The Stanley Cup qualifiers continue this weekend on
Ito na ang alimasag ko.
And spend. Now there's only one thing left to do. Win.
You have a family cheer deal on?
I am not done yet.
The Titans finale, Monday on NBC.
All new Hondas are on clearance from just $169 a month. Save now. Hondas cost less than the competition. On clearance from $169 a month. Don't miss Honda's summer clearance. Search your local Honda dealer today.
We're living through medical malpractice. It's tough to know who to trust. We've won over $100 million for our clients. At the Fernandez firm, we went to Walang.com.
Just let go.
Today's Time in Town brought to you by Tradeways Island Resorts, where a short drive away feels
You wanna
like a
eat?
park on award-winning St. Pete Beach.
You know what we love at
Huh?
Fair and
I don't think so.
Things.
None of that
Helping
looks
people
like
and winning.
I could
Put
eat
them
it.
together, and it can make a
Why
difference
not?
in someone's
Can I
life.
eat that?
Call us
Can I eat
anytime.
Today we are addressing
that?
You don't wanna eat this?
Often starts early but can have severe
It's
medical
delicious.
implications later in life. Joining us today is Dr. Jamal Wasney, founder of United Vein Centers. All right, doctor, which age group is most likely to be experiencing vein disease?
Vein disease actually starts in your 20s, but you don't start noticing the symptoms until you hit maybe your 40s or 50s. It actually gets worse every decade of life.
Okay, what precautions? Go to dailyharvest.com and get started today.
One of my favorite supplements is quinol turmeric. Turmeric helps with health joints and inflammation support. Unlike regular turmeric supplements, quinol's superior absorption helps me get the full benefits of turmeric. Quinol is the turmeric brand I trust.
I would always try and hide my face because you can see my spots. Stop suffering from melasma with Muesli Face RX. The spot cream is 10 times more potent than over-the-counter and prescription alternatives.
Nothing has worked until Muesli.
New Instacare. Heck, they come all the way out here just for a blurry photo update.
That's a good one.
Wait, what's that?
It's just a battery one.
Now, so check out my
Ito,
RV.
ginawa ko last
There's a little part of me that
Yung
wants to
ngayon.
be seen.
pang-apat na araw na ngayon. So, ginawa ko tong pampaitan, paklay sa sa Cebu. Paklay ang tawag sa amin sa Cebu. Paklay na baka. Super sarap.
Promotional products certainly say a lot in a language that's beyond words. Like thank you for all you do and welcome back 4imprint speaks their language. So explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
I had a husband who was my vision, but when he died, I knew I was in big trouble.
At care.com, search for lots of local caregivers who can help with meals, housekeeping, personal care, and more. It costs less than you think, and it's easy to pay. Care.com.
Find things you need and love and use every day on Etsy. Shop Etsy for everyday finds.
Don't just think about where you're headed this summer. Think about how you get there. And now that you can lease or buy anything remotely or in person, discovering that feeling has never been more effortless.
Accept our summer invitation to get 0% APR on all 2020 weekend vehicles. Only at your Lincoln dealer.
On CNN Global Town Hall, coronavirus and its toll on our mental health. Join Anderson Cooper and Dr. Sanjay Gupta with special guest, Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps, for Coronavirus, Facts and Fears, live tonight at 8.
Spectrum News. We're striving to help rebuild communities by bringing you the latest news from your team of local journalists. Stories that matter to you, now wherever you are. Introducing the new Spectrum News app. Refreshing storytelling at home or on the go, exclusively for Spectrum customers. All easily accessible with the touch of a finger, providing the information you need to make better, more informed decisions across the places we call home. Download the all-new Spectrum News app, available on the App Store and Google Play. Spectrum News, your community connection.
This is my husband, Adam Anderson. This is him in the Navy. His Bronze Star. He sent me flowers from Iraq. This is our wedding. This is Adam works here, where he fights against offshore drilling and polluters. He's running to work here to take on insurance and pharmaceutical companies so everybody can afford healthcare. This guy won't like that. We will.
I'm Adam Hensley, and I approve this message.
She's a miracle with Danica Malda, season 10, only on CNN.
We're following breaking news here in the Situation Room, including this very dramatic new model from the University of Washington's Medical School. And there you see the numbers by December 1st. If it continues along these lines and people aren't necessarily wearing masks as they should, almost 300,000 Americans will die. Right now, it's almost 160,000, almost double the number of Americans. By December 1st, if 95% of the American public were to wear masks when they went outside, when they left their homes, almost 70,000 American lives would be saved by December 1st. Let's turn to the Midwest right now, in the city where the coronavirus positivity rate is dramatically on the rise. We're joined by the mayor of Kansas City, Missouri, Quentin Lucas. Mayor Lucas, I know you got a lot going on. Thanks so much for joining us. And as you certainly know, Dr. Deborah Burks of the Coronavirus Task Force has identified your city as a new area of concern, along with a bunch of other cities, including the Central Valley of California. How worried are you, Mayor, that Kansas City, Missouri could become one of the next hotspots for this deadly virus?
Well, we certainly saw what happened in the Southwest recently and in Texas, where they thought they had a handle on it, and then you saw a lot of extra measures having to be taken. We're very concerned. We issued a mask order fairly early, consistent with much of the rest of the country, but at the same time, we recognize that we have got to do real work to stop the spread. So we have great concern. I talked to Dr. Burks a few weeks ago in connection with that issue, and we will continue to do all we can to make sure we don't see the explosion in cases like we've seen in other parts of America.
I want to put that graphic showing the other cities she mentioned up on the screen as well. Not just Kansas City, but you see Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Boston, Detroit, Chicago, Kansas City, Atlanta, Omaha, Portland, and Central Valley out in California. This is really disturbing. She did suggest, she laid out some strict recommendations, Mayor, for you and the other mayors for that matter as well, including closing bars, limiting restaurant capacity to 25%. I understand bars in Kansas City are currently still open and operating at 50% capacity. Why not take her advice on this important issue?
So we evaluated that today. We'll probably have more to announce in connection with further capacity reductions, bar closings, et cetera. But, one of our greatest challenges, and throughout the country, has been these backyard parties where you have 50 people, in some cases 100, often unmasked, close to each other, often younger, who have been part of spreading, particularly among asymptomatic carriers. We're trying to find some way to make clear to people, don't do that, right? We can't just close the bars and have them all go to a house party that's causing some of the same concerns. So that's another part of how we're trying to respond. Unfortunately, it's a lot harder to enforce mask rules, distancing rules, et cetera, at somebody's house rather than as a bar.
Well, what are the options available to you to deal with that? Because clearly these huge house parties that we've been seeing are potentially super spreader.
Yes, there are lots of super spreader incidents that are happening at those. Youth sports activities have been another area, the traveling soccer teams, tournaments, et cetera, where we have seen concerns. So we told people, wear a mask. We don't want to shut down the economy, as we saw some months ago. But at the same time, we will make sure we don't get to a position where we're having a rapid increase in cases, a rapid increase in deaths. We saw the experience of the Northeast earlier this year. We're committed here in the Midwest to making sure we don't actually have those same concerns long term. So I would expect us to see changes at restaurants, bars, and also more messaging around closing down big events, event size limits, those sorts of things. Another challenge we have, though, is that we are in some states where you don't have statewide mask rules, you don't have some of those concerns. So we're trying to work on that at the mayoral level, but really we need our governors to act.
We certainly do. Dr. Burke's also recommending masks be worn at all times in public. You've been adamant, Mayor, in urging your community to wear masks when indoors, but what about when residents are outside, especially in areas where it's difficult to keep a 6-foot distance from others? Where do you stand on that?
That very clearly is the next step that we do need to pass and enforce. Our mask requirements have worked. We've seen compliance increase dramatically over the last several weeks, but at the same time, the outdoors, it is the summer. Lots of people really take advantage of the fact that there is no mask requirement at outdoor events. And I think we are seeing spread, particularly in those close environments. The patios of bars, for example, are an area that we see concern. So we are looking to expand our mask rule, our mask requirements. But again, we need to make sure we're also not getting spread from outstate areas. I know over the Northeast, they have a chance to quarantine traffic to different states. Our challenge is sometimes our traffic are coming from one county only. So those of us in larger cities, like Kansas City or St. Louis, have the chance to have all the great schools in the world. But if you have 500,000 people coming in each day to work or anything of that sort, you're going to have some ongoing problems.
I think all the experts have suggested you need some national guidelines right now. You need a national plan, mandatory mask wearing when you're outside, especially when you leave your home, to save tens of thousands of American lives until, God willing, there's a vaccine or some effective therapeutic down the road. Mayor Quinton Lucas of Kansas City, Missouri, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you.
And good luck. Just ahead, Lebanese authorities are now searching for answers to the deadly blast that displaced hundreds of thousands of people from their homes. We're live to Beirut. We'll be right back.
This year, the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's is everywhere. On every sidewalk, track, and trail across this country. All of us are raising funds for one goal: a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. Because this disease isn't waiting, neither are you. Take the first step on your walk right now. Go to alz.org/walk.
At Leaf Filter, we're on a never-ending journey to end gutter cleaning forever. Whoa! Way too dangerous, Bill. Say goodbye to that ladder. Way too clogged, Melissa. Those black gutters are causing serious damage to your home. Look at these cracks in your foundation. Leaf Filter, the nation's #1 rated gutter protection system, will keep you safe and protect your home. Leaf Filter's stainless micromesh screen fits over your existing gutters and is guaranteed to filter out everything except for water. No more leaves or debris in your gutters for the life of your home. Schedule your free gutter inspection and estimate, just like Paul. With Leaf Filter's lifetime warranty, we guarantee you'll never have to clean those nasty gutters again. Everybody okay with that? I sure am. Call 833 Leaf Filter
or go to getlegaltor.com for your free ghetto inspection and estimate. Act now and save 15% off your purchase.
I'm Leah, and that's me. Long before I had moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis, I've always been the ringleader, had a zest for life. Flash forward, then my life had many important things. And what a doctor said surprised me. She said my joint pain could mean permanent joint damage. And Enroll helps relieve joint pain and helps stop that joint damage. Ask about Enroll so you can get back to being your true self. Enroll may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious symptoms, fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, other cancers, nervous system and blood disorders, and allergic reactions have occurred. Tell your doctor if you've been someplace where fungal infections are common, or if you've prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis C, have been treated for heart failure, or if you have persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or illness. Don't start that drug if you have an infection like flu. Visit Enroll.com to see how your joint damage could progress. Enroll, FDA approved for over 20 years. Stay home. Those words have lived in my heart for nearly 20 years. It's the reason why our nurses and caregivers deliver a higher standard of home care. Because if there's one thing we know, it's how much it helps to stay home.
Excuse me, ladies.
You're Martin Sheen.
I am.
Who's Martin
This guy is going to help save your family hundreds of dollars on prescriptions with single care. You gotta go.
Silver Fox. On what?
Oh my. Keep the price again. Excuse me, sir. Single care, this gentleman, please.
Ever since he learned about single care, he's been like robbing it against.
Excuse me. Oh, just want to help you save some money.
You're getting back here, Martin.
Sorry. Take just 10 seconds to lower the cost of your prescriptions. Check the single care price today.
Some small businesses don't have storefronts. Their office is a truck and their workplace is your home. You won't find them on Main Street, but for over 20 years, you've been able to find them on HomeAdvisor. Book the best local pro for any home project, online or with the app.
When you need to wear a mask, why not make it comfortable? Tommy Copper was founded on comfort. That's why our customers say this is the most comfortable mask available. Adjustable ear loops, customizable nose bridge, 3D chin pocket, patented Copper's energy for anti-odor benefits, and 100% machine washable.
Tama na.
From us. Check out the reviews at TommyCopper.com to see what our customers are saying. Get covered, get comfortable. Tommy Copper face masks, now available at TommyCopper.com.
The WeatherTech cup phone is the safe way to secure your phone while driving. The desk phone is perfect for the home or office. The cup phone fits virtually any size couple. Nice! And offers an extender arm for easier viewing. The desk phone has a sturdy non-slip base with a 2-view option. So if you have a phone, WeatherTech has you covered. Anybody ever told you you're a handsome devil? Yes! Order your American-made desk phone or cup phone today at WeatherTech.com.
More on the late-breaking developments of the coronavirus pandemic, but I want to turn to the investigation into the deadly Beirut explosion that killed at least 137 people and wounded thousands more as anger grows over reports important warnings were missed. Our senior international correspondent, Ben Weeden, is in Beirut for us. So first of all, Ben, what are you learning?
Well, what we understand this evening is that 16 officials from the Beirut port where this blast occurred on Tuesday evening have been arrested as this investigation gathers speed. In addition to that, the head of Lebanese Customs apparently informed legal authorities, or rather requested legal authorities 6 times that something be done with this 2,750 metric tons of ammonium nitrate that were in hangar number 12 in the port. But all of those 6 queries for requests for action were never responded to. Now, in addition to the arrest, we understand that several high officials have also had their bank accounts frozen as this investigation moves ahead. Well, now, apart from the investigation, I did want to tell you about something we did today. We had the opportunity to go to the Marmaron Church in Beirut, where you may have seen this dramatic video where a priest is doing a live mass, and when all of a sudden the picture shakes and you hear a blast and you see things falling, tiles falling from the roof, and you can hear shattering glass. Now, we went to that church today and spoke to one of the priests who was there. He said it was a miracle that thanks to coronavirus, there were very few people, worshipers in the church at the time, so there were only minor injuries. But I did have the opportunity to see in the pews, they were covered with scratches and scrapes where the flying glass from that explosion hit. Wolf, as the priest told me, was a miracle.
Yeah, it certainly was. All right, Ben Weed and reporting for us. Ben, thank you very much. And important information
Sarap
for our viewers here in the U.S. and around the world.
Sarap
How you can
kumain.
help
Sarap
the
kayo
victims and
kumain pag
hundreds of thousands of people
Pilipinong-Pilipino ang
homeless now
pagkain natin.
following the explosion. Go to CNN.com.
Magkinamay tayo. Ang sarap.
Your work.
Busog na busog.
The New York Times reports the Manhattan prosecutors are stepping up their investigation of President Trump's business.
Yan ang ano yun, ang
successfully
maganda sa katawan natin yung green tea.
At Fisher Investments, we do things
Healthy
differently,
too.
and other money managers don't understand why.
Because our way works great for us.
But not for your clients.
Ginawa
That's
ko
why
to
we're fiduciary
kaninang
obligated.
umaga. Pinasok ko sa refrigerator at nilagyan ko ng kunti ng asukal.
But you do sell investments at pretty high commissions, right?
We don't have those.
So what's in it for you?
Our fees are structured so we do better while our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
You suffer with sensitive teeth, gums, or even mouth sores? Many of my patients do. That's why I recommend Closest mouthwash.
Alam ba ninyo na kung magbili tayo ng mga sibuyas na may dahon, hindi natin ipasok sa refrigerator kasi maano siya, masira. Ang ginawa ko ito. Ganito ang ginawa ko. Lagyan ko ng tubig itong baso. Palitan ko araw-araw. Kasi mabango. Pag hindi mo palitan ang tubig, mabango. So, yun ang ginawa ko. Binili ko tong sibuyas mga 7 days. Hindi nasira. Ganito pa rin. So, araw-araw palitan mo ang tubig para hindi magbaho. At hindi masira ang sibuyas. Ito ang eksperimento ko. Kasi dati ipasok ko sa refrigerator. Pagdating ng 5 araw, masira, hindi ko na magamit ang sibuyas. So itong sibuyas, freeze ko pa. Palitan ko lang ang tubig araw-araw. Yun ang gawin natin para makatipid ng mga sibuyas.
Backed by $1 million protection package. Get all-in-one protection on million.com.
Hi, Bill Amos here, and like you, I'm at home staying safe, but I wanted to get this message out. To make these uncertain times a bit easier and safer while at home,
So, ito na lang.
Medicare Advantage plans have added new
Kita-kita tayo sa susunod kong live or video. Practice pa lang para sa vlog.
home-delivered meals, home-delivered prescriptions, and so much more. But you don't get all the benefits automatically. You